Looking at the watch, it was past 8 p.m. My daughter Nicole and my husband Robert must be waiting for my return. They never prepare meals by themselves, so it's normal for us to have dinner together once I get home. I hurried to open the front door and head to the living room. Then, I heard Nicole's laughter loudly. These days, making clothes and selling them sounds so poor. Nicole's voice sounded cheerful, perhaps watching something on TV. At first, I thought it was someone else's conversation, but the next moment, I felt all the blood drain from my body. Robert continued. Megan also, she has strong opinions, or rather, seems a bit delusional. Apparently, they were talking about my friend Megan and me. Frozen in place, I was forced to listen to a conversation I did not want to hear. Their talk was nothing but belittling Megan and me, making my head spin. As I collapsed to the floor, my dog Leo came to comfort me. Leo was a mixed breed and had been a member of our family. Leo is just a mutt, and he's like something worn out. Let's throw him out along with Mom's sewing machine. The moment Nicole's words reached my ears, I unexpectedly stood up. Without saying a word, I took Leo with me, and before I knew it, I had left the house. I didn't know where I was going. Leo whimpered anxiously, but I kept walking without stopping. Could I just return home as if nothing had happened? No, that was impossible. It was clear that those two were mocking us. I didn't want to return to a house where such people were waiting, nor did I want to feel miserable. From that day on, I never returned to that house. I had several things I cherished. Among them, the foot-operated sewing machine that was a keepsake from my mother was my most precious treasure. My mother had made many clothes for me with this sewing machine. And like her, I had been making clothes for my daughter Nicole. However, once Nicole became a high school student, she rarely wore the clothes I tailored. At a cafe one afternoon, I was venting to my friend Megan. I used to love the clothes Mom made, but now when she sees me using the sewing machine, she says I look like a grandma. Well, Vanessa said something similar at one stage too. Megan had been a friend since high school. Occasionally, she would dig up things from the past that even I couldn't remember, making me wonder if it had really happened. Sipping an iced coffee, Megan carefully checked the clothes I had mended. Megan and I had attended the same fashion university. Although we followed different paths now, we remained best friends. Yes, as expected of Vanessa, perfect. Megan reassured me. The clothes I mended were displayed in Megan's boutique. After graduating from university, Megan worked for a major apparel company, where she learned sales and management skills before going independent. Her shop was now successful. It was sad that Nicole no longer wore the clothes I made. But I still took pride in continuing to create something with this sewing machine. Feeling the bond with my mother. After hearing Nicole and Robert's conversation in the living room, I dashed outside and wandered around the city for a while. I didn't know how to handle the swirling anger and sadness inside me, and all I could do was keep walking. Leo looked up at me anxiously. At that moment, I began to ponder the meaning and value of life. What is family love? What determines my worth? I thought I had been devoted to my family. But was that really the right thing? As the bond with my family faded, I was losing sight of my own significance. Whenever I touched my mother's sewing machine, I always felt a sense of peace. My mother had made many clothes for me with this sewing machine. Those clothes, filled with my mother's love, were treasures to me. And like my mother, I had continued to make clothes for Nicole. However, seeing Nicole mock my efforts and love, my heart felt shattered. Nicole's words sound so poor pierced my heart. There is nothing more painful than having something I cherish being denied. But I couldn't just stand still. There was still a fire inside me. By continuing to create with this sewing machine inherited from my mother, I would prove my worth. I am still here, I whispered quietly. Leo looked up at me and wagged his tail. He was my only confidant. Together with Leo, I began to contemplate how to live my life from now on. No matter what my family thought, I had my own way of living. Like my mother, I would live with pride. The next day, I visited Megan's office again. Her office was filled with various vintage clothes waiting to be mended. Megan trusted my mending skills. For her too, my presence held significant meaning. Vanessa, you've come at just the right time. Megan smiled as she saw me. I want you to look at these clothes. I want you to breathe new life into them with your hands. Inspired by Megan's words, I approached the sewing machine. Every touch of the needle on the fabric reminded me of my mother. And those memories strengthened me. I still had things to do. To find my value once again. Now that my life's theme was clear, I was determined to stand on my own feet again. I would walk my path without succumbing to Nicole and Robert's words. Holding the themes of family love and betrayal, and the quest for my own worth close to my heart. I took a new step forward. Memories of the past returned. I had started sewing because of my mother's influence. She had made many clothes for me with her foot-operated sewing machine. Inspired by her, I naturally gravitated towards the sewing machine. After graduating from high school, Megan and I attended a fashion university together. There, I honed my sewing skills and learned the basics of design. During university, Megan and I were always together. She was cheerful and sociable, the opposite of me, but our differences bound us strongly together. Megan joined a major apparel company, and I entered a textile manufacturer. Although we worked in different places, we continued to be best friends. Caught up in the busy days of work. I had lost my father early on and had lived with my mother and Nicole. The sewing skills my mother taught me became a part of my life. And making clothes for Nicole was my joy. When Nicole was young, she happily wore the clothes I made. Her smile was my motivation. However, as Nicole became a high school student, she wore the clothes I made less and less. Nicole gradually became interested in trendy clothes. And my handmade clothes were called like a grandma. Those words hurt me, but I understood it as a natural change in my daughter's growth. On the other hand, my marriage to Robert was a remarriage. I had lost my previous husband in an accident when Nicole was 2 years old, and for a while, I continued working in tailoring, introduced by Megan, to make a living. I met Robert during that time. His bright and lively personality saved me, leading to our remarriage. Nicole also became attached to Robert, and a new family life began. But at that time, Nicole and Robert's attitudes had troubled me. Nicole laughed at my handmade clothes as poor, and Robert seemed to concur, making remarks that belittled my hobby. Each time my precious things were denied, my heart felt constricted. The work at Megan's office was a salvation for me. Megan trusted my mending skills and continued to give me work. The clothes I mended being sold at her select shop were my pride and helped me regain my confidence. We worked together, sharing old stories and current troubles, and supporting each other. One day, after finishing work at Megan's office and returning home, I heard Nicole and Robert's laughter from the living room. The moment I heard the content, I left the house. I couldn't return to that house. On the verge of losing sight of my own significance, I decided to start a new life at Megan's place. I still had important things: the sewing machine inherited from my mother and the clothes I could make with it. My skills were not wasted. To prove that, I would stand up again. While facing the sewing machine in Megan's office and trying to calm my heart with needle and thread, my smartphone vibrated. It was a notification of a message. I stopped my hands and checked. It was a message from Nicole. "Hey Mom, where are you?" I thought for a moment before replying. "I'm at Megan's office." "Is something wrong?" Almost immediately, a reply came back. "Are you not coming back? What about dinner?" Seeing that message, reality hit me hard. I couldn't keep running away forever. But the thought of returning home was still unbearable. I decided to discuss this with Megan. "Megan, can we talk for a moment?" I raised my head from the sewing machine and called out to Megan, who was organizing documents but immediately stopped and looked at me. "Of course, what's up?" Megan pulled up a chair and sat next to me. "I got a message from Nicole asking if I'm not coming back. But I don't think I can return to that house." "Nicole is worried, huh?" "But, Vanessa, you don't need to return to a place that hurts you." Megan held my hand and spoke kindly. At that moment, I made my decision. As Megan said, there was no need to return to a place that would hurt me. I needed to stand up for myself. "Thank you, Megan. I really appreciate having you around," I said, my voice wavering with emotion. That night, I decided to stay at Megan's office. No further messages came from Nicole, which worried me. The next morning, I was firm in my resolve and started preparing to leave the house. I contacted a lawyer Megan had recommended to discuss the divorce proceedings. A few days later, I visited the lawyer's office. The lawyer listened attentively and explained the divorce process and property division in detail. Particularly, we needed to carefully consider Nicole's custody, given she was still a minor and her wishes had to be respected. Custody of Nicole is a complex issue. Please think carefully about what you, as her mother, really want, the lawyer advised. I nodded deeply. On the way home, I went to Nicole's school to talk to her directly. As I waited for her to come out, I saw her laughing and walking with friends. "Nicole." I called out to her. "Mom?" Nicole looked surprised. "Can we talk for a bit?" I invited her to a nearby cafe. Once seated, I explained the current situation. Nicole looked a bit troubled but listened intently. "Mom, I need to think about it a bit more. But for now, I want to stay with Dad." Nicole's words brought me some relief. "I understand. But remember, you can always contact me whenever you need to. I'm always on your side," I said with a smile. Afterward, I returned to Megan's office. There was a need to make concrete plans for my future life. Megan had promised to give me work. I was going to help her full-time with the repair work. "Vanessa, live for yourself now. Your value isn't determined by your family." Megan encouraged me. With these words, I felt empowered once again. Thus, I was determined to start a new life. Although the bonds with my family were broken, a journey to find my own value had begun. Days at Megan's office marked the beginning of a new life for me. Helping with her work, I reaffirmed my skills and gradually regained my confidence. However, thoughts of Nicole and Robert still lingered in the back of my mind. The discussions with the lawyer about the divorce were progressing well. But the issue of what to do about Nicole remained unresolved. One day, while working at Megan's office, the lawyer called. "Vanessa, we need to discuss Nicole's custody again. It's important to confirm where she wants to be." I nodded deeply and ended the call. I needed to have a serious conversation with Nicole again. But the thought of her possibly rejecting me hovered in my mind. "Are you scared to talk to Nicole?" Megan sensed my apprehension. "Yes. I don't really know what she truly thinks," I replied honestly. "Vanessa, Nicole is your daughter. She must feel your love. So, talk to her with confidence." Megan's words gave me a little courage. That night, I messaged Nicole. "Nicole, I want to talk again. Can you make some time tomorrow?" The next day, Nicole replied, "Okay. After school, at the usual cafe." As I waited at the cafe, my heart raced. When Nicole appeared, I greeted her with a smile. "Thank you for coming, Nicole." "Mom, what did you want to talk about?" Nicole looked a bit tense. "Nicole, I want to know how you feel. Between Dad and me, who do you really want to be with?" I asked quietly. Nicole was silent for a while before she spoke. "Mom, to be honest, I prefer things as they are now. It's easier to be with Dad." Hearing this was like a tight squeeze on my heart, but I strove to stay calm. "I understand, Nicole. I respect your feelings. But remember, you can always contact me. I'm always on your side." Nicole nodded, and we sat in silence, sipping our coffee. Later, she said she was meeting friends and left the cafe. I stayed a bit longer, trying to compose myself. That night, I confided in Megan. "Nicole wants to stay with Robert. I don't know what to do." Megan listened intently before responding. "Vanessa, it's important that you pursue your own happiness. No matter what choice Nicole makes, if you are happy, she will feel that too." Hearing those words, I felt a little lighter. I decided to believe that pursuing my own happiness would also be for Nicole's benefit. The next day, I informed the lawyer of Nicole's wishes and proceeded with the steps necessary to resolve the custody issue. I had resolved to live for myself. While hoping that Nicole would be happy, I was ready to take a new step. This decision would become a critical turning point in my life. It also marked the first step in making concrete plans for my future life. After finishing the conversation with Nicole, a certain resolve solidified in my heart. While respecting her feelings, I felt the need to pursue my own happiness. Encouraged by Megan's words, I decided to take the first step toward a new life. The discussions with the lawyer went smoothly, and the divorce proceedings were formally completed. Robert and I agreed on the division of property and child support, and Nicole was to live with Robert. While working at Megan's office, I began looking for a new home. One day, after finishing work at Megan's office, I found an unfamiliar envelope in my mailbox. It was a notification that my application to participate in a local handmade fair had been accepted. My work was chosen, and I was given the opportunity to exhibit. "Megan, look. I got accepted to exhibit at the handmade fair." I excitedly shared the news with Megan. "That's wonderful news, Vanessa. Your work has been recognized. This will be a new start for you." Megan shared my joy. As I prepared for the fair, I reviewed my work, paying attention to every detail. The foot-operated sewing machine inherited from my mother was a great help. The sound of the sewing machine comforted my heart. On the day of the fair, many people visited my booth, took an interest in my work, and appreciated my designs. Especially, young women were drawn to my designs, and I regained my confidence. Your designs are really beautiful. Where did you get such ideas? A woman asked with interest. The influence of my mother is significant. The clothes she made with this sewing machine are the source of my inspiration. I answered with a smile. That day, a buyer visited my booth. He showed strong interest in my work and suggested a larger market exposure. I want more people to know about your work. Would you like to partner with our brand? Surprised and pleased by the proposal, I decided to think it over carefully. After consulting with Megan, I accepted his offer. This was the beginning of a new challenge. Work at Megan's office was going well, and my life gradually stabilized. I found a new home, and Leo and I were enjoying a comfortable life. My relationship with Nicole seemed to be slowly improving. Occasionally, she would contact me, and we would update each other on our lives. Then, the partnership with the buyer was officially established. And my work began to reach more people. My name became recognized as a brand, and the appreciation of my work deepened my confidence. One day, Megan said to me, "Vanessa, your work is truly wonderful. Keep believing in your path and move forward." Encouraged by her words, I renewed my commitment to face new challenges. Holding the themes of family love and betrayal and the quest for my own worth close to my heart, I would continue to follow my path. As my relationship with Nicole gradually improved, my life started moving in a new direction. Breaking through to Act 2 was a significant step for me. New challenges and opportunities awaited me. My journey to find my value and build an independent life had just begun. As my new life gradually stabilized, my relationship with my best friend, Megan, deepened. Megan was my most reliable support and a partner who would walk this new path with me. Her select shop was flourishing, and the clothes I mended were highly appreciated. One day, Megan made a significant proposal. "Vanessa, why don't we start a new brand together? I think we can create a wonderful brand by combining your design skills and my business know-how." I felt surprised and joyful at her proposal, along with a sense of anxiety about the risks and responsibilities. But determination was evident in Megan's eyes. Stepping into this new challenge together would strengthen our relationship even more. "Megan, thank you for really believing in me. Let's do it, let's start a new brand." I grasped her hand and conveyed my determination. We spent a lot of time launching the new brand, revising plans, and striving to create a unique brand by merging Megan's business acumen and my design skills. We decided on the brand name Rebirth, symbolizing our new beginning. Rebirth quickly attracted attention and was even featured in the media. Our brand was a fusion of past experiences and new challenges, which captivated many people. Meanwhile, in my private life, my relationship with Nicole was also gradually improving. Occasionally, she showed interest in my new life and contacted me. One day, Nicole visited my office. "Mom, can we talk?" "Of course, Nicole. What's up?" I welcomed her and listened to her. "Recently, I've been thinking about the future at school. And I'm interested in a job that involves creating something, like you." Nicole spoke a bit shyly. Those words warmed my heart. "Nicole, that's wonderful. I'll teach you anything I can, so let's work hard together." As our relationship grew closer again, we spent time discussing design and production ideas. Nicole brought new perspectives, which were a significant inspiration for me. "Mom, what do you think of this design?" Nicole showed me a sketch filled with her personality. "That's great, Nicole. Let's base the actual clothes on this and see how it turns out." I valued her ideas and worked together on production. Through this process, our bond as mother and daughter deepened. Nicole understood my struggles and efforts, and I acknowledged her growth and unique talents. Megan warmly watched over us and generously provided the necessary support. The Rebirth brand became increasingly successful, and our efforts began to bear fruit. My friendship with Megan grew stronger, and my relationship with Nicole evolved in a new form. I was able to reconfirm my worth and walk into the future with my family. Thus, my friendship with Megan and my mother-daughter relationship with Nicole played significant roles in my new life, giving deep meaning to my life. I would continue to believe in my path, and together with Megan and Nicole, I pledged to continue growing and facing new challenges. Months after the launch of the Rebirth brand, Megan, Nicole, and I were living busy days. The brand's recognition was gradually increasing, and we received high praise from many customers. Our efforts were paying off, and new challenges awaited us. One day, Nicole came to me excitedly. "Mom, look. Our brand is featured in a magazine." She brought over a magazine with a large feature on Rebirth. Our designs and concepts were introduced in detail alongside beautiful photos. "That's really amazing, Nicole. This is all thanks to your ideas and effort." I hugged Nicole, sharing our joy. Megan joined in, and we decided to celebrate together. "Let's all go out for dinner today. It's the perfect day to celebrate," Megan suggested, and took us to a lovely restaurant. That night, we had a great time, laughing and discussing future plans. "Let's exhibit at even bigger events, like maybe even Paris Fashion Week." It might seem like a dream, but we could make it a reality, Nicole suggested with sparkling eyes. "That's a brilliant idea, Nicole. It would be a chance to take our designs global." Megan agreed, and we started preparing for new challenges. Starting the next day, we began preparing for our exhibit at Paris Fashion Week. Nicole and I worked on designing the new collection, advancing our work at the sewing machines. Megan handled the business adjustments and marketing strategies, supporting us throughout the process. "Mom, how about this fabric? I think it could be used for the new design," Nicole suggested as she handled the new material. I could feel her growth and talent in her approach. "That's great, Nicole. This fabric would be perfect for our designs." I agreed, deciding to incorporate her suggestion into our new collection. Weeks later, with our preparations for Paris complete, we boarded a plane to the City of Dreams. The moment we landed at the Paris airport, our hearts were filled with anticipation and excitement. "We've finally made it," Megan remarked, deeply moved. "Yeah, it's unbelievable. But we can do this," Nicole replied confidently. Arriving at the venue for Paris Fashion Week, we were surrounded by designers from all over the world in a glamorous atmosphere. Our booth was set up, and many visitors showed interest in our designs. The Rebirth collection received a lot of attention and was highly praised by many in the fashion industry. Nicole's designs particularly captured the hearts of the younger generation, becoming a highlight. "Mom, look. It's like a dream that our collection is getting so much attention," Nicole said, her eyes gleaming with tears of joy. "Nicole, we could come this far because of you. Thank you so much." I hugged her, sharing our joy. That night, we strolled through the streets of Paris, discussing our future plans. "Let's keep working hard together, Mom," Nicole said with a smile. "Of course, Nicole. Our journey is just beginning." I held her hand, etching our hopes for the future in my heart. Megan joined in, and we pledged to prepare for new challenges. Our success in Paris became a major confidence boost and a strong motivation for our future activities. Thus, our challenges continued like a fun game, strengthening family bonds and walking towards a new future. We believed that further growth and success awaited us. Our success at Paris Fashion Week brought us great confidence and pride. The Rebirth brand's popularity soared, and our designs became recognized by fashion enthusiasts worldwide. However, with success came increased pressure. One day, while working in the office, Megan came to me with a serious look. "Vanessa, can we talk?" "Of course, what's up?" I stopped my work to listen to her. "Recently, with our rapid growth, we've been running into some financial difficulties. It's great that new orders are coming in, but we're running short on funds to handle them," Megan explained with a sigh. I was shocked by her words. The hidden problems behind our success made me realize the harsh realities we faced. "What should we do, Megan?" I asked anxiously. "We've received some proposals from investors, but some of them include conditions that don't align with our philosophy. We need to be careful in choosing, or it could change the direction of our brand," Megan said, her expression serious. Negotiating with investors is tough, but it's most important that we stick to our philosophy. We can't accept just any conditions. I agreed with Megan, and we decided to proceed cautiously. That night, we held a family meeting including Nicole. She understood our situation and suggested a new idea. "Mom, Megan, how about using social media to get more people to know about our brand? I can manage it and spread our brand information." We agreed to Nicole's proposal. Her young perspective and fresh ideas would be a significant help. Nicole took the lead in managing our social media, helping us gain many fans. Weeks later, we spoke to an investor with extensive experience in the fashion industry, who shared our philosophy. Negotiations went smoothly, and with his support, we resolved our financial issues. "We can finally breathe a little easier, Megan," I said, relieved. "Yes, Vanessa. But we need to keep our guard up going forward." Megan smiled. With the new support, our brand continued to grow. Nicole's management of social media was successful, and our fan base kept growing. However, our trials were not over. One day, Nicole rushed into the office. "Mom, Megan, it's serious. There's an increase in malicious comments on our social media. There are people bad-mouthing our brand." Megan and I looked at each other. We were prepared for criticism to grow with our success, but it was still painful to face. "Nicole, let's handle this calmly. We should not react to malicious comments. But it's important that we stick to our beliefs." Megan's calm advice was crucial. "Yes, Nicole. We need to keep clearly communicating what we believe in." I encouraged Nicole, and we resolved to move forward with determination. Following that, we actively shared the philosophy and behind-the-scenes aspects of our brand on social media, deepening our engagement with fans. Nicole's efforts gradually helped reduce the malicious comments, and trust in our brand began to rise again. Overcoming this challenge strengthened our bond further and enabled the brand to grow more significantly. We continued to face challenges, but we united as a team moving towards the future. The journey, enriched by both success and trials, became increasingly fulfilling. However, Rebirth was thriving when an unexpected tragedy struck us. Nicole suddenly collapsed. I was at the office when Megan called urgently. "Vanessa, Nicole has collapsed. Come to the hospital immediately." Megan's voice trembled with tension and anxiety. I immediately rushed out of the office to the hospital. Upon arrival, Nicole had been taken to the emergency room. The doctor explained that exhaustion and stress were the reasons for her collapse. Nicole. At her bedside, I held her hand and prayed silently, holding back tears. A few days later, Nicole regained consciousness. The doctor advised that she needed to rest for a while. Upon waking, Nicole smiled tiredly at me. "Mom, I'm sorry. It seems I pushed myself too hard." "Don't say that, Nicole. Your health is what's most important. Don't worry about work, just focus on resting." I embraced her and let my tears fall. During Nicole's recovery, I took care of her while managing to keep up with office work. Megan supported us as much as possible. But I felt acutely the extent of Nicole's importance to our operations. "Vanessa, let's get through this while Nicole is recovering," Megan encouraged. Determined to be strong for Nicole, Megan and I did everything we could to ensure she could rest comfortably. However, when news of Nicole's collapse spread to the media, our brand faced renewed criticism. Accusations of Rebirth's rapid growth leading to employee exhaustion began to circulate, suggesting that we were overworking our staff. "This could become a serious issue," Megan said with a grave look. "What should we do, Megan? We've prioritized Nicole's health, and yet we're criticized like this." I responded, feeling desperate. Megan began to think of a strategy calmly. "First, we need to issue a formal statement explaining our commitment to employee health. And when Nicole is well, having her speak out in her own words will be most effective." Encouraged by her words, we quickly issued an official statement to clarify Nicole's situation and announced new measures for managing employee health. As Nicole's recovery progressed, she began to share her experiences on social media. "I'm sorry to worry everyone. I collapsed due to overwork, but I'm resting now. Don't worry, my mom and Megan are taking great care of me." Nicole's honest message reached many fans, conveying her sincerity and helping restore our brand's image. "Nicole, your brave sharing has saved our brand. Thank you so much," I told her, embracing her gratefully. Overcoming this tragedy, our bond strengthened again. Nicole's health gradually improved, and our brand began to rebuild trust. However, this experience remained an unforgettable lesson for us. As we monitored Nicole's recovery, we revisited our plans for the future. Our friendship with Megan deepened, and we pledged to redouble our efforts. The experience and bonds forged through overcoming this tragedy became a significant force for our future endeavors. Prepared for the next steps, we resolved to advance towards new challenges. The bond between Nicole, Megan, and myself grew stronger, and together, we continued to forge a path towards the future. Just as we were regaining trust and Nicole was recovering, a new problem struck. One day, Megan rushed into the office. "Vanessa, we have a serious problem. A new investor has suddenly decided to withdraw their funding." "What?" I was filled with surprise and anxiety. The support from this new investor had been crucial for our brand's growth. Losing it was an unimaginable blow. "Why would they do that?" I asked, my voice trembling. "It seems that malicious rumors about our brand have spread among the investors. The incident with Nicole's collapse might be influencing them," Megan explained with a serious look. That night, I couldn't sleep at all. I had done everything to protect Nicole's health, but this turn of events was tormenting us in an unexpected way. The withdrawal of the investor severely worsened our financial situation, affecting staff salaries and production costs. If this continues, our brand won't survive, Megan said, distressed. What should we do, Megan? I felt crushed by despair. As the situation worsened, orders from customers decreased, and the reputation of our brand continued to decline. It felt as if all our efforts were in vain, and I was close to breaking. Mom, don't give up. There must still be something we can do, Nicole said, grasping my hand and encouraging me. Inspired by her words, I resolved to stand up again. Together with Megan and Nicole, we began to devise a plan to rebuild our brand. We decided to announce new designs and actively disseminate information using social media. We need to reiterate our philosophy and beliefs. That's truly necessary, Megan suggested positively. However, the reality was harsh. The new designs did not sell well, and rebuilding the brand was not easy. I worked late every night, trying to improve our situation, but the results were slow to come. One day, we were forced to make a difficult decision. Vanessa, it's hard to continue like this. We can't even pay the office rent, and we might have to lay off staff, Megan said, her eyes tearful. Such a loss, everything. I was at a loss for words. At that moment, Nicole spoke up. Mom, Megan, let's think again about what the true value of our brand is. It's not about money or fame, but about the beliefs and bonds we've built. Nicole's words made me realize something important. Indeed, our brand wasn't just a business, it was something built on our principles and beliefs. Nicole is right, Megan agreed, and we decided to rise again. Together with Megan and Nicole, I decided to launch a crowdfunding campaign as a last resort. We sincerely communicated our brand's philosophy and journey, seeking support from many people. This is our last chance. I put my heart into the project. The crowdfunding result was astonishing. Many people empathized with our brand and supported us. We raised far more than our target amount, allowing us to rise again. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone, we can start over, I said with tears streaming down my face. Through this experience, we were able to recover from nearly losing everything. Nicole, Megan, and I solidified our bond even further, and our brand began to tread a path of growth once again. Overcoming this crisis gave us new strength. We resolved to continue valuing our beliefs and principles as we moved toward the future. The success of the crowdfunding allowed us to rise again. But the trials we faced taught us significant lessons. We reaffirmed that our brand was not just a business but was supported by beliefs and bonds. With the new funds, we resolved to work more carefully and passionately than ever. Later, we decided to prepare a new collection incorporating Nicole's ideas. This collection was a symbol of overcoming our trials and starting anew. The theme of the collection was rebirth and hope, incorporating designs that expressed the hardships we had faced and the hope for the future. Mom, look at this. I've thought of a new design. Nicole showed me a sketch that skillfully interwove past hardships with future hopes. That's wonderful, Nicole. Let's base our new collection on this design. I was moved by Nicole's talent and passion and decided to work together on the production. Megan fully supported our new endeavor. Vanessa, Nicole, this collection will be special for us. Let's give it our all. The production of the collection went smoothly, and we began to regain our confidence. However, further challenges awaited us. One day, Nicole collapsed again from exhaustion and stress. I held her hand in her hospital room, trying to hold back tears. Nicole, don't push yourself anymore. Your health is the most important thing. Mom, I'm sorry. But I don't want to give up on our dreams. Nicole responded weakly. Nicole, it's important to chase your dreams, but you can't do anything if you're not healthy. Rest for now, and when you're better, we'll work hard together again. I hugged her, deciding to prioritize her health. While Nicole rested, Megan and I worked on finishing the collection. We faithfully recreated Nicole's designs, striving to materialize her visions. The completed collection was a testament to our efforts and passion. As the day of the collection's unveiling approached, Nicole gradually recovered. Mom, Megan, I want to go to the unveiling. Nicole said, weak but determined. Nicole, don't overdo it. But it'll be reassuring to have you there. I respected her determination and decided to attend the unveiling together. On the day of the event, our collection drew much attention. The thoughts we put into the designs resonated with many people. The new Rebirth collection was a great success. Thank you, Mom, Megan. Let's keep working hard together. Nicole said, her eyes brimming with tears. Nicole, we've come this far because of you. Our bond will continue forever. Megan replied with a smile. Overcoming this apocalyptic period, we became even more closely knit. Our brand became a symbol of past hardships and future hopes. The bond between Nicole, Megan, and me became a force that could overcome any challenge. We continued to walk together, holding hopes for the future, as our brand advanced to new heights. As Nicole recovered, the new Rebirth collection achieved great success, marking a significant step forward for our challenges. However, we remembered the lessons of the past and vowed to move forward while valuing health and balance. One day, Megan made a suggestion. Vanessa, Nicole, considering our next moves, how about entering the international market? After our success in Paris, I want to bring our designs to more people. The international market. Indeed, that's a big opportunity. I agreed with Megan's proposal, and Nicole nodded excitedly. Mom, Megan, let's do it. It's a chance to spread our designs all over the world. We immediately began preparations for entering foreign markets, focusing on fashion capitals such as New York, London, and Milan. We researched each market's characteristics and consumer needs, and collaborated with local agents to develop promotions. It's exciting to see how our designs will be received, Megan said with anticipation. Yes, it will surely be a success. If we stick to our beliefs, people around the world will empathize with us, Nicole added positively. Once preparations were complete, we participated in New York Fashion Week. The local exhibition was an important step for our brand, and a moment when our past efforts bore fruit. The event in New York was a huge success, and our designs caught the attention of many buyers and fashion insiders. Nicole's new collection, in particular, resonated with the younger generation and received extensive media coverage. Nicole, I'm so proud that your designs are getting this much attention. I expressed my gratitude. Thanks to everyone, Mom and Megan, we've made it this far. Let's keep working hard together. Nicole spoke with tears of emotion. Following our success in New York, we also held exhibitions in London and Milan. In each city, our brand was highly appreciated, and we successfully expanded into new markets. However, venturing into foreign markets introduced new challenges. We needed to adapt flexibly to different cultures and market needs. We worked closely with local partners to respond swiftly. To succeed in foreign markets, it's crucial to understand local cultures and trends. Megan commented as she revised our strategy based on her research. Yes, Megan. Let's continue to leverage our brand's strengths while offering designs that meet local needs. I agreed. Nicole was also enthusiastic about the new challenges. Mom, Megan, I'd like to participate more in local fashion events to hear first-hand feedback. We embraced Nicole's proposal and actively participated in local fashion events and exhibitions. By interacting directly with customers and understanding their needs, we were able to offer more appealing designs. Thus, our brand rebirth successfully achieved growth in the international market. And our teamwork, Nicole, Megan, and I, became even stronger. Breaking into Act 3 was a significant turning point for us. We were determined to continue valuing our beliefs and principles as we moved toward a new future. Having succeeded internationally, Rebirth gained global recognition. Nicole, Megan, and I overcame each challenge and strengthened our bond. We planned for further growth. One day, we decided to establish a new headquarters. The new headquarters included a design studio, a showroom, and a cafe space suggested by Nicole. We designed it to let everyone who visited experience our brand's world. Mom, I want this cafe space to be a place for interaction with our fans. A place where we can directly convey our designs and philosophy, Nicole said with sparkling eyes. That's a brilliant idea, Nicole. It will help more people understand the appeal of our brand. I supported her suggestion. Megan was also actively involved in designing the new headquarters, showcasing her sense of style and expertise. This is our new starting point. Seeing our efforts take shape like this is truly moving. With the completion of the new headquarters, we held a grand opening event. It was attended by fashion industry insiders, media, and many fans, making it a glamorous event. Nicole's new collection was also unveiled, receiving high praise from the attendees. Mom, Megan, thanks to everyone's cooperation, we made it this far. Thank you, Nicole said, her eyes welling up with tears. Nicole, your talent and effort brought us this success. We are proud of you. I hugged her, sharing our joy. After the event, I walked through the new headquarters alone, reflecting on our journey. The foot-operated sewing machine inherited from my mother, the love and betrayal of family. And the place we reached after overcoming numerous challenges were the crystallization of our efforts. Nicole, Megan, and I, all our experiences had strengthened us and built our current success. A few days later, we embarked on a new project. It was a program to support local young designers. By nurturing their talent and sharing our experiences, we aimed to bring fresh ideas to the fashion industry. Mom, now it's our turn to nurture the next generation. By supporting their dreams, we continue to grow. At Nicole's words, I nodded deeply. Yes, Nicole. Let's pass on the benefits we received to the next generation. I held her hand and embraced hope for the future. Megan also threw herself into the new project, enjoying her interactions with the young designers. Their passion and talent inspire us with new ideas. Thus, our brand rebirth moved on to a new stage. Overcoming past hardships and embracing hope for the future, we continue to grow. As the finale approached, our hearts were filled with gratitude. The bonds of family, the support of friends, and our own efforts all converged to make our dreams a reality. We will continue to walk together, forging a path to the future with new challenges. Our story does not end here, it welcomes a new beginning. With life stabilizing at our new headquarters, we were preparing for the next stage. Our brand rebirth continued to grow through a program supporting local young designers, always surrounded by fresh talent and passion. One day, Nicole came to my office. "Mom, I need to talk to you." "What's the matter, Nicole?" I responded, a bit nervous seeing her serious expression. "Actually, I've been thinking about joining a training program abroad. I want to learn more and challenge myself for my own growth," Nicole said with determination in her eyes. "Nicole, that's a wonderful challenge. I support your growth, but I'll miss you," I said, holding back tears while respecting her decision. "Thank you, Mom. I'm nervous, but I believe in myself and will do my best." Nicole hugged me and expressed her gratitude. On the day Nicole left for overseas, I saw her off at the airport. Watching her board the plane, I wholeheartedly supported her growth and new challenges. "Take care, Nicole. I know you can do it." Later, Megan and I focused on projects with new designers. The young designers learned from our experience and grew their own talents. Our brand became something to be passed on to the next generation. Vanessa, our brand will continue to grow. Let's pass on what you and Nicole have built to the next generation," Megan said with a smile. "Yes, Megan. Our story isn't over yet. Let's continue to face new challenges and carve out the future together." I took Megan's hand, reaffirming our commitment to walk together. As the seasons changed, a letter arrived from Nicole. She wrote that her training overseas was going well and that new friends and experiences were helping her grow. "Mom, Megan, I'm doing well. My experiences here are giving me new perspectives. I can't wait to come back and share everything with you." I read Nicole's letter, proud of her growth and praying for her continued success. One day, we announced a new project involving a collaboration with local traditional artisans. Working with local craftsmen, we aimed to create unique pieces by blending traditional techniques with modern designs. This project will bring a new breeze to our brand. By connecting with local culture, we can reach more people with our designs," Megan said excitedly. "Yes, Megan. We always have a connection to the local community. Let's deepen it through this project." I agreed, pouring our efforts into the project. The project's success brought us great joy. The pieces we created with the craftsmen touched many people and broadened the new facets of our brand. Nicole heard this news overseas and sent her congratulations. "Mom, Megan, congratulations on the success of the new project. I'm learning a lot here and want to show you how much I've grown when I return." Nicole's words filled me with hope for the future. Our story continues, and many challenges and joys await us. Now, our hearts overflow with gratitude and hope. The bonds of family, the support of friends, and our own efforts have all converged to make our dreams a reality. We will continue to walk together, forging a path to the future with new challenges. Our story does not end here, it welcomes a new beginning.